All right, I have some questions about the UHP-1500-230 constant current power supply here. In the data sheet, it says when you're using both the PC and the PV mode, that the PC is preferred. That makes sense. That's typically how these work. However, there's a note here that says the rated current should change with the output voltage programming accordingly. And it has a graph here showing what that is. Now, I would think that the rated current should change with the actual output voltage, not the output voltage programming accordingly as shown in this graph. So I think that's a little bit odd. It appears I can reproduce that behavior here. So what I have is I have the UHP-1500-230, and I'm powering it with just 120 volts input. The behavior is the same at 240. And I have a constant current, I have a current probe and a voltage probe, and that way we can measure the output here. And what I've done is, for this example, I just have the default enable pin here, and I'm not actually controlling the current or the voltage. I'm just using this. I've set the output voltage to 190 volts with no load using this potentiometer here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in this load. This load is a fixed 175 volt load that can sink basically unlimited current, so that's not going to be the issue here. And what we're going to do is we're going to plug this grid charger in, and the behavior is as I expect. So we are getting the 25, 50, 70, oh wait, this is 50, 50, 100, 150, 175, so that's our load there. And we're dumping about 6.5 amps in there, and we could, if we wanted to, we could trigger off one. There we go. Don't know where the trigger is, can't see it, there it is. So that's what I would expect here. We're at 6.5 amps. Interestingly though, as I change this voltage by increasing it, so we were at 190 no load, and now as I change it, the current is actually dropping. I really wouldn't expect that because, again, I would think that the sentence which actually reads the rated current should change with the output voltage programming accordingly, I would think that would actually be the rated current should change with the actual output voltage. So it's very odd, the contradictory of when PC, PV are used at the same time, PC is preferred, and also the rated current should change with the output voltage programming accordingly. Those seem very contradictory. Of course, it seems like the latter one is what's actually happening here. So fine, now what we're going to do is we're going to jack this voltage up closer to the 250 volts or whatever. And you'll see eventually that it just dies. I think that's very, very odd. So the output current is just dropping, and there it goes. Now it's died. I find that very odd because we're not actually pulling. I think the way the firmware is working in this is it's saying, oh, we could output up to 250 volts, and we are outputting 6.5 amps. Or, you know, we could output up to 280 volts, and I don't know. It's very, very funky. The behavior is very odd, and I need to understand this better because it just seems really odd. Now, this behavior is exactly the same when I actually have my PV and PC signals connected, where, again, I would think that the PC, the current, would take priority, as the one sentence says, but it doesn't. It seems like the voltage is causing issues as well. So yeah, that's problematic. It's pretty rough in my application because it doesn't work. Probably gonna have to spin a circuit board for that. But I would just like to understand what is going on inside of this, and you know, maybe there's a way to fix it. Who knows? So thanks for watching.